I'd like to talk to you about, you touched on it, working with Hal Ashby, who is my favorite director of when people ask me, it's my favorite film, being there with Peter Sellers,
Right.
Shirley MacLaine, Melvin
Right.
Douglas won Best Supporting Actress.
Absolutely.
Fantastic film. You have some incredible stories from that film and working with Hal Ashby.
Well, it's such an honor to be able to work with somebody that creative and to work on that film with those stars. I mean, being at the Biltmore Mansion, you know, just day after day after day. And Hal had a huge, beautiful suite bedroom up in the Biltmore Mansion, and it overlooked the grounds in the back. And there was actually hundreds of thousands of acres that went with this Biltmore Mansion way back when. And he's standing at the window and he's looking out at the backyard, which is this incredible, you know, and there's kind of a lake down there. And I can see him thinking, you know, I mean, you just see there's this process, even though his back is to me. And he turns and he goes, you know, the way Peter is playing this part, I could have him walking on water. 2 hours later, the grips were out there building a platform under the water in that lake so that Peter Sellers could walk out there and stick his umbrella in the water. I mean, that was the creative genius of this man, you know, because normally you've got this really tight structure. This is how it's going to be, and it has to be locked in, and it has to be budgeted and everything, you know, but he was really a man that was in the moment. He was really a man that could look out a window, see a lake, have a thought, and then bam, it's in the movie. Coming Home. Jane Fonda's picture. She brought the script to Hal, said, Hal, I want you to direct this. Well, luckily for Hal, he was of the stature that if you asked him to direct it, he has creative control. John Voight, first day of shooting. They shoot all day long. Hal calls a meeting, walks over to Jane, says, may I see your script, please? Takes her script from her. Walks over to John, says, may I see your script, please? Takes John's script from him. Walks back over, and as he's starting to sit down, he throws both the scripts into the trash. He's sitting down, Jane Fonda is coming up out of her chair. Hal, what are you doing? Jane, the way John is playing this part, that is the movie we have to shoot. This is an Academy Award performance that John is giving here. But Hal, it's Jane, we have to shoot this movie. And so for the next 23 days, I think Hal may have gotten 4 hours of sleep at night because he would be with the writers and Jane, and they would be all rewriting the part. And guess what? Jane won an Academy Award too.
They
and
both
John Voight won an Academy Award. And I think, I remember how many Academy Awards there were, 8 or 9, but it was just, you know, because this is a man who's a peaceful warrior. This is a man who's in the moment. This is a man who sees something happening on the first day of shooting. I mean, John Voight's character was very much like Bruce Dern's character, the way it was written. But when he saw the way John Voight was delivering his performance, he went, oh my gosh, we have to throw the whole entire script out and write a new movie. And that's what happened, because this man was a peaceful warrior.
So one of your dear friends is Tony Robbins, and I know you've had some incredible experiences with him.
Absolutely. Tony is an extremely close friend and mentor to me. I started with Tony Robbins when he did his 3rd fire walk. And I thought, wow, you know, people like me can walk on fire? You know, that's really amazing. You know, I thought I got to go down and try this. I got to go down and see. I mean, there was a little part of me in the back of my head that says, well, and you don't really have to do it if you don't want to, you know, but so I went down there, and sure enough, by the end of the evening, you know, I was just in state. You have to be in a state of absolute knowingness so that you're completely focused, congruent, every thought, every emotion, all of you is focused on the fact that you can do this thing, walk on fire, successfully, healthfully, perfectly, and got up to the coals. Boom, I walked right across the coals. I got it to the other side. And I started to let down a little bit, and then that part of my mind popped up, and it tried to explain this, and it started to say, well, yeah, you know what, David, the fire it's not hot anymore. And I said, yeah, that's it, the fire's not, so I went back, I felt it, and went, no, it's still really hot. I really did accomplish something like this. And fire walking is such a metaphor in life. When you can walk across fire, I mean, the same fire that you cook your hamburgers on, that same fire you can walk across in your bare feet and you feel nothing. I mean, you feel no pain, there's no blisters. Then you have to look at your whole life and you have to say, wow, what else in my life is it that I can do that I haven't been doing? And it was those experiences that gave confidence in myself so that when I got the project, Peaceful Warrior, even though I wasn't a producer, I could act as if I was a producer. I could present myself as a producer, and I could actually get this film made. So, Tony Robbins is another one of those people who can be in the moment, be present, be here now. And he's another example of a peaceful warrior. And I have to thank Tony as somebody who's been a major influence in my life and has really helped me to really know myself at the deepest levels so that I can be present and really be here and make a difference.
So everyone, go out and see this movie, Peaceful Warrior. Check onto the website, www.thepeacefulwarriormovie.com. Tell other people about it. This is a truly transformational film. And again, David, I'm so pleased that you came on our show today. And thank you so very much.
I'm so honored, Steve. This is such a beautiful island, and it's such a paradise right here on Earth. I just really believe that everybody on this island knows that they're living in paradise. So it was really a pleasure to be here and be part of this magnificent film festival and to be on your show here today.
Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
So that's it for this episode of Life on Maui. I'm Stephen Freid, and until the next episode, aloha.
Sit on it. Tell you have something of value to tell me.
Okay. Anger, hatred, violence. They're really all just fear. Fear, then, not money, is the root of all evil. Chaos theory is correct, except the chaos is actually not chaotic at all, but perfectly controlled. If you lend somebody $20 and never see that person again, it was probably worth it. When making a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, you must first apply the peanut butter, not the jelly, to the bottom half of the bread. The people that are the hardest to love are usually the ones who need it the most. There are no ordinary moments.
Welcome back.
Crazy, but I'm never giving up my dreams. No matter how far away they seem, maybe crazy is